Hey everyone, welcome again. So this is a stock video about Gravita India. So this is not a stock recommendation video, but rather consider this as an educational video of how have selected the stock and why I am selecting the stock and why I'd been investing in this stock with my personal money as well. So today I ran my scanner, which I run every day sometimes around weekends, but there are two different scanners which I always mention in my videos. One is the weekly scanner, which is nothing but this, same setup, but just the weekly time frame. And then I run the scanner and I find the stocks which are in the scanner and then I go through them one by one. The other scanner is the same one on the daily time frame. Now this basically is filtering the stocks that are gaining momentum on the daily time frame and which have a price greater than 10, which has a volume greater than 50,000 and which has a market cap greater than 500. Now, when I run this scan, today, the first stock that came in my radar is Gravita India. Right now, I'm going to go to the chart and just look at how this looks. So this is the daily time frame, and I see that today it has moved up 12% with beautiful volumes. So I'm switching to the monthly time frame to just look at the charts on the long-term charts. And in this long-term chart, if you see, this stock has finally given a breakout after almost 9 odd years, or 2012 till 2021. So after 9 odd years, this stock is kind of giving a breakout. And if you see, this is a beautiful multi-year resistance, and the stock has attempted twice to go above this level. The once it tried to go in 2012 and then again in 2018, but the stock just could not go up. But finally, the stock is right now moving up this month, in the month of August this month, and it is finally having some good volumes and is trying to move higher. So here we kind of rejected and came down because there was supplier on this level, and also we had this 2017, 18, 19 mid cap and small cap crash, but that's why we came down. But finally again we are moving higher. Now there's a warning that I want to give here. I'm probably entering right now in the stock with some stop loss, but remember this: if this closes above around 210 levels this month at the end of August, then this could be a very good breakout, and we could see really good returns from here, probably around levels of 400 or even 500 levels in the next couple of years or so. So that's one of the main reasons I picked the stock. The first scanning, it came in my scanner, and on the monthly charts it has given a 9-year breakout, right? So just switching to the weekly charts, just to give you a perspective, daily charts, just to give you a perspective, the stock has been in a beautiful uptrend. You see this move up, then consolidation, move up, correction, move up, correction, move up, consolidation, and the move up, correction, and it's moving up. So the trend in the short term plus in the monthly charts is now clearly up. So on the monthly charts, this is the first time it is making a new swing high after 2018. On the weekly charts, it made a swing high in the month of December 20, right? So if you were actually tracking the stock, then probably this was a good point to enter the stock around this point here, right? Or even this point here. So sometimes I enter even here, or sometimes I wait for the previous swing high to be taken out. So most of the times I wait for the previous swing high to be taken out, unless I'm not doing a pullback trade. So this was a very good point of entry, 57, 56, and you could have probably already had a 4-bagger till now. But in markets, nothing is late. Something which keeps going higher will always keep going higher. Also, this was a inverted head and shoulders pattern breakout here in this month, in this week, and again we headed higher. So this was the weekly charts, and now on the daily charts again we have a breakout. So that's how you look at stocks. That's how you try to identify stocks which are good. But right now the momentum is very strong in Gravita India because it has given a breakout finally on the monthly charts as well. Now just taking a look at the fundamentals and why this is a fundamentally very good company as well. Right, I'm just going to screen it out in which I use for fundamental analysis. Now here, if you see, this is a small cap company which has around 1,400 crores market cap, but the ROC of this company is 20%, which means this company, if they invest 100 rupees, they make returns of 20 rupees on that 100 rupees they invest. The promoter has a very good holding. 73% is a very strong holding of the promoters, and it has a very good interest coverage, which means if the company has any debt, it has 4 times the money that it needs to pay the interest, 4.5 times the money that it needs to pay the interest on the debt that it has. Right, the book value is around 39, so right now it's around 210 levels. Then the debt to equity is 0.86, and you can go through other parameters you want. But I'm going to focus on few things. This is from the lead and alloy space, so this is primarily from the commodity space, and that's why you see it's listed on the minings, minerals, and products. And it's one of the smallest companies in terms of sales and in terms of even market cap. Right, but otherwise, if we see from here, the big companies have very good ROC and ROE, and this company kind of has a decent ROC and ROE. right? And looking at the quarterly results, now it's very important to analyze the quarterly results because that is kind of the primary growth driver for some of the stocks to move higher. Now, if you see here, the trend has been kind of stable around 370 odd crores. It went to 258. Then again, we've gone to 330, 374. And the sales has been increasing quarter on quarter. Be it quarter on quarter or year on year, both the sales has been increasing strongly. And also the profits have gone up 25, 28, right? So profits have been increasing. The sales has been increasing. It doesn't pay much interest. Interest is kind of stable around 7 crores, and net profit also is at all-time high, or you could say at even a quarterly high. And the EPS also is at very good 3.15. Now, finally, looking at the yearly financial sales, just to understand from where it has grown. So since 2010, this company has increased its sales by 10 times since 2010. But if you see from here, the stock has not gone anywhere since 2010, right? That's the main reason why we're investing in this stock. And if you see here, the margins also are right now around 9%, which was last time in 2018. The interest is kind of stable, as I mentioned before. The profits have been at a record high. It has one of the highest profits this year, 71 crores. And yeah, so that's how the fundamentals look. The sales growth has been phenomenal. Like last 3 years, it has grown its sales by 11%. The profits have grown by 6%. But the last 5 years, it has grown its profit by a 60% CAGR and also sales by 27% CAGR. Now, just taking a look at the borrowings and the reserves have been growing very strong, but the borrowings have not grown much. So which means it is not taking too much of debt, but the reserves have been increasing, which shows why the interest coverage ratio, which we covered on the top, why is it high? Because of the reserves. So it has almost equal amount of reserves to the borrowing, so it's not a problem at all. This company is actually a decent company, and cash flow has been decent in the last few years, and as I mentioned, the ROC is also decent, and the promoters hold a very good stake. In fact, they've increased the stake by 0.5% in the last few quarters, right? And FIIs and DIIs don't hold the stock, so probably no one is looking at this right now, and they will start looking at this at some point, right? So you want to be in a company which no one is looking at already, and probably catch the bus before it moves up much higher from here. So remember, a company which has a market cap of just 1500 crores can go to even 10,000 crores or 15,000 crores. No one knows whether it will go up or not. All we can do is take that trade and see if it goes higher. Also, one of the reasons why the stock was buzzing today is because it has increased its capacity, or it's planning to double its capacity or quadruple its Chittoor capacity. And that's one of the reasons why the stock is buzzing today, and that's one of the reasons why the stock is up 12% today. Now, coming to the most important point of stop loss. Right, the stop loss for the stock is probably, you can keep, if you're a short-term trader, keep a stop loss around 180, and I'm going to keep my stop at 180, and I'm going to enter the stock tomorrow probably. But if you're a investor, you want to hold it for a few more, you're able to take a much more drawdown, keep a stop loss around 160. Okay, so for this primarily I'm expecting targets of around 400 or even probably 500 levels in the next couple of years. But for now, the stop loss, keep a short-term traders keep around 180 if you want, and even if you're a little aggressive investor, also you can keep a stop loss around 180 odd levels, which is this swing low before we kind of took off that level. Okay, and yeah, and the stop loss for investors who are conservative, keep around 160. If you want to, probably if you're okay to take dips from, if you're able to handle the dips from here, and if the stock suppose goes to 160, that's a very good stop loss also, right? So I'll stop here, and if you did like this video, and if you did like this recommendation, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to share this video with your friends, and don't forget to like my video. That's the only motivation I get to post more such videos, right? Otherwise, let's see where this goes. Fingers crossed. And if you are planning to invest in the stock, do let me know in the comment section. And if you made money also in the future, let me know in the comment section. Thank you and have a good day.